And we can just put my name down here at the end.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Pickles and Bacon Rewind. I am Pickles, and that's my brother Bacon.
Hey y'all, what's up? And today we have a very special guest, another one for you. A few episodes back, if you remember, we had one of my best friends on the show. His name is Gabe Z, and today we have another Elvis tribute artist who is another friend of mine, and he's also got a lot of fun stuff on his TikTok page of the Wiggles. So,
Yep.
Ben, take the floor, introduce yourself.
Well, hello guys. If y'all don't know me, I am Ben Harshman. I am from Kentucky, born 1999. That's one of the best years. And I've just been starting doing TikTok I think back in 2021, I think is when TikTok first started for me. And then uh I started liking Elvis ever since I was a kid because of Full House and all those other good, and especially Lilo and Stitch, one of my most favorite Disney movies ever.
Oh, we
Did,
saw the trailer for the live action one. Pickles can tell you, like, it looks amazing. It looks incredible.
like,
And go ahead, Pickles.
the trailer looks so amazing. If they do not have this animal, my Stitch, in that Elvis suit, and then the picture of Graceland at the end of it, I want my money back immediately.
That's what I said. If they don't have anything else related, I am not gonna watch it.
I mean, the song was in the trailer, so I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful.
Yes, and also I'm a big Wiggles fan, as like Deke said.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
And just to say I'm a big Wiggles fan, I even have the famous feather sword from the Wiggles that I made myself.
that is so cool. Now, tell us a little bit about that. Now, you're okay. On top of being an Elvis tribute artist, you also do a lot of Wiggle stuff, right?
Yes, I have another TikTok based on Wiggle stuff.
Right.
And I have a
And
YouTube channel based on the Wiggles too, where I upload karaoke's and stuff.
right. And on top of that, let's kind of start the ball rolling of how we became friends. Not to go into too much detail and not to give anyone else any clout, but what ended up happening was is basically in a
Tell it.
nutshell is so basically in a nutshell what happened was is there was a movie that came out about Elvis Presley, and a person who shall not name reached out to me and was like, "Hey, do you want to join this group that I have?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay, cool." So when we joined, I didn't know the impact that everyone in the group was going to have. So it was me, and to shout out some people, it was myself, Ben, Gabe, Leanne, Heather, Victoria, Cassandra. If I'm missing anyone, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If I'm missing anybody, I'm sorry. Jackie, of course. And we all just became friends, and then like slowly but surely, we all just started like falling out and falling apart. And there was that one time where we did have something where we did together, me and Ben, and then like it just came to a head, and like we didn't do it anymore. And everyone had been asking me, well, hey, what happened? I had people that were and said other live and were like, hey, what happened? And so it all culminated and came to this point. And so I took it upon myself to reach out to everyone, to Gabe, to Leanne, to everyone, and essentially brought us back together, and here we are.
Yep.
And then
After
we created this podcast, and we've been having fun ever since.
Yep.
and it's great to be here.
Yes. And so Ben, I know that you got a trip coming up tomorrow, right?
Yes, I'm leaving tomorrow.
Okay, tell everyone where you're going.
So if you're a big Elvis fan like me, and with good sideburns, uh there is a competition going on in Franklin, Tennessee called the Nashville Elvis Festival, and there'll be lots of good people like Dean Z will be there as one of those. Well, if you don't know who Dean Z is, he's a really good Elvis tribute artist. Coat Dale Nath, who's also a tribute artist, will be there, not competing, but he'll be there just to be there doing shows. Ben Thompson will be there, who's a one from the UK. Um, and a few other good ones. And I get to stay at the same hotel where everyone else is staying.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And so, basically, I'm just like all over the place here. So, anything else you want to discuss before we jump further into this? Because I want you to go into a little bit more about your kind of how you started as your ETA stuff, and like, is there anything else that you want to cover, or can we just
No,
jump into it?
yeah, we can jump into it.
Okay, so talk a little bit about your ETA stuff and why you started doing it, and um, if it's okay, if you could kind of set the ball rolling of how you first heard Elvis.
Okay, which one do you want to hear first? How I got into Elvis music, or how?
Everything, just start from where you can.
Okay, so when I first started getting into Elvis, I started watching a movie called The Game Plan with Dwayne the Rock Johnson, and
Do
he
you
and
smell what the? Sorry.
and there is a scene in that movie where he has a whole bunch of Elvis stuff, an Elvis guitar, you name it, just any Elvis thing. And then he's watching, I think, Fun in Acapulco while getting a massage. He's like, "Now that's the king." And during the movie, there was also a scene where he had to sing "Are You Lonesome Tonight?" And I was like, I feel like I've heard that song before because I didn't know it was Elvis at first when I first heard it.
Right.
And like, and then when I watched the ending, it had "Burning Love," and I never heard that song either, and I didn't know it was Elvis. And
Right.
I was like, now this is what I should start listening to more.
Well, see, it's funny because a lot of people do associate that song of "Burning Love" with Winona Judd. I was gonna say Winona Ryder. Excuse me, y'all. My mind's all over the place. They associate it with Winona Judd because of the Lilo and Stitch movie.
Yeah, which I never watched Lilo and Stitch until the first time of this year, which I know that's a shocker, but I haven't seen the movie when I was a kid. I didn't
It's
watch a lot
okay.
of Disney movies a lot. I mean, the only really Disney movie I remember watching is Finding Nemo, Herbie the Love Bug, of course, because that's a famous Volkswagen Beetle that drives itself just like a Tesla these days. And yeah, but getting into the Elvis tribute art stuff, I started just watching a whole bunch of people on YouTube, and I was like, I feel like I should start doing this. And when I met Gabe, I was like, I didn't know he was an Elvis tribute artist until he told me.
And I'm gonna say something out of respect to Gabe, and I wholeheartedly support this, and I'm right there with him for saying when he said this. I don't like the word impersonator because impersonator, it's like you're discrediting people like yourself and Gabe
Mhm.
and Cody Ray Slaughter and people like that that actually do this and have earned their stripes doing it. So I
Yes.
feel like it's a total disrespect to call people, like I said, like you and Gabe, impersonators. Like it's a slap in the face if you ask me. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be respectful and say tribute artist.
Yeah. That's what people say anyway. Like when they announce the winner, they're always like, your number one Elvis tribute artist is, and then they say their name.
Yeah, because like saying impersonator, it's like no, like it. Everyone here has earned their stripes. Like, why are you disrespecting them like that? Like,
Exactly.
don't do that. Like, I kind of get the gist of what they're trying to do. Like, I get it, but at the same time, like, if people like yourself and Gabe and all these great Elvis tribute artists are out there busting their balls, so to speak,
Hmm.
to earn their stripes, like, why are you going to discredit them? You know what I mean?
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, once I started watching people do it on TikTok a lot, I was like, I should start doing some live streams on TikTok. And Deke, I think you were the first one to watch one of my first live streams as doing Elvis stuff.
Yes, and we again, like I said, we've come a long way. Like it was started with her, and then like we kind of fell out for a little bit, and then
Hmm.
we're back, and so like, and here we are doing this, and like, for those people who have asked about that other project that we did, that's dead and over with and buried. And if you want to know about it, you talk to her about it. This
Yeah.
this is the present, this is the now, and this is where we're at. So with that being said, I'm not gonna draw any more attention to that, but I do want to say this. Ben, of course, I'm gonna throw it back to you here in just a second, but I just want to say that a lot of your a lot of the people that follow you are some amazing Elvis tribute artists like Alex Mitchell. I
That
think
is
that's his name.
very true.
Yes.
Yes. Alex Mitchell, yes. And also, like Deke mentioned earlier, Victory, who was originally on with, you know, who and Deke and Heather and all those other. And she follows me on TikTok, and I got to meet her at Elvis's 90th birthday this past week or past few months.
Yep. Yes, you did. That you did. And so like what was I say? There's something else to say. I was gonna say so like when this whole other show that we had or other project was happening, like you were really nervous and like look at you now, like you seem like you're more engaged and more here, more in the
Yeah.
moment. But I at the same time, it's like, you know, things, you know, and not to draw attention to that again, but I am gonna say this: things do happen for a reason, and I'm
Mhm.
kind of glad that they happened that way because now we're here now. So back
Yeah.
to this. So tell us a little bit now about the Wiggles. What got you into the Wiggles? Like, what was it? What songs do you like? Like, what's your favorite song? Like, you just go ahead.
Oh boy. Okay. So when I started getting into the Wiggles, I was real young, like maybe 2 or 3 years old. And that's back when they were on Playhouse Disney,
Right. Oh yes, I remember those days.
because that was back when, way before Sprout, which is sadly dead now, which we don't talk about that, which is emotional. But when 2000, so I got to see a few concerts of them in the past. I don't know where exactly, but it was the coolest experience I ever got to see my childhood band playing in front of me. And I was so nervous when I saw him. I was like, I hope I get to meet him. And then my mom somehow got to let me meet two of the Wiggles. They got to meet me. She let me meet the original Yellow Wiggle, who was Greg, and then Anthony, and then of course the guy who has this in his hand a lot, tickling people.
See, I don't know too much about the Wiggles, so I'm just like riveted and blown away because, like, for me, hearing you talk about the Wiggles is like probably somebody hearing me talk about the Monkeys. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like, so
I
it's
mean,
like,
it's kind of like say if someone said the Wiggles, people would think it's the Beatles for children, and
yes,
colored shirts with different color shirts.
kind of.
Didn't the Wiggles at one time do like a Sergeant Pepper thing? Like they
Yes,
literally
they
wear the
did.
Sergeant Pepper colors, right?
Yes,
Yes, they did.
and I think Ben, you can correct me if I'm wrong on this. I think there's a girl in there now, isn't there?
Yeah, yeah. They've had a girl, I think, since 2012. Or
Okay, so
no,
yeah, there's
not 2012, 2013.
okay, yeah, because there's been different iterations of them. I know that
Yes,
much for sure.
yes. Like when I was born, which was 1999, was back when it was good, like with the four original guys.
Hmm.
And then when I got like towards middle school, it was the four different guys, but the one Yellow Wiggle had to leave because of health issues. Because when he would stand on stage, his blood wasn't pumping enough blood.
Oh wow, that's weird.
And then they had that for a while. And then 2012, the original guy who I said earlier about with health issues came back. And then in 2013, it all changed. But ever since, they've been doing reunion concerts like all around Australia and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Until,
I forgot they're Australian.
yes, they're from Australia. Yeah.
All right, so I have a question for you. So,
Yeah.
someone like me who's never seen the Wiggles, not even with my son, what episode would you recommend for me to watch the very first episode to get introduced to the Wiggles?
Let's see. Well, if you have Amazon Prime, I would say watch their very first TV series that ever came out in '97, which I wasn't born yet. And that was a good year for them. And I would also recommend watching their very first video they ever made. It's called Wiggle Time. It was from 1993 because they started in '91.
Hmm.
And they've been doing it for about 30 something years now and still going on.
That's awesome.
That is
That's awesome.
awesome. That is awesome. And now, the Wiggles colors. I know there's yellow, red, blue, and purple, right? And then there's a
Yes.
pirate one, right?
Yes. And then they also have an octopus character, a dinosaur with green and yellow spots, and then a dog.
That's cool. That's cool.
And recently they have a unicorn. I was like, why do they need a unicorn for a child band? It's weird.
Well, I mean, I kind of get it because, like, okay, but see, again, I'm gonna draw this back to the Monkeys. Okay, I feel like the Wiggles are kind of like their own version of like the Monkeys because the
little bit.
Monkeys, yeah, because the Monkeys kind of had a TV show too. Only there wasn't like different variations of the Monkeys. There's the same for
Yeah.
throughout all the years, and Mickey
Yeah.
Dolenz is still part of it. However, TV show is like the Monkees. Them releasing albums, going on tours is like the Monkees. Only thing that's different, like I said, is that there's different iterations because the Monkees were just the same four. It was just Mike, Davey, Peter, and Mickey.
Yeah. And another thing is how I got into Elvis. The two guys in the Wiggles, the yellow and blue that were in there, were big fans of Elvis. And they actually got
That's
to
cool.
play in Memphis. I don't know where in Memphis, but they got to play in one spot in Memphis. And I was like, now that's something that I would have done as a child's group. Just go to Memphis and be like, this is where Elvis played. And they even toured Graceland a few times ever since they've been back to Memphis.
That is awesome. That's
And
really
the yellow Wiggle, who's not a Wiggle anymore, he helps with this Heart of the Nation in Australia, because in 2020 he had a bad cardiac arrest on stage during a Wiggles reunion show. He
that
literally
is so
fell
weird, man.
face first, not breathing. They had to give him CPR, and that was the scariest. But now he has a thing called Heart of the Nation. But anyway, this guy had a Elvis museum in Australia with all of Elvis's jumpsuits, jewelry, one of Elvis's last Cadillacs, and I was like, my goodness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got you. And so jumping back to your tribute artist stuff. So like, what would you say your forte is? And by the way, y'all, if you all don't know, I forgot to mention this at the beginning. He also has a album where he kind of sings like Elvis. So
Yeah, I mean, I have an album coming out soon on my main channel. It's gonna be like where I'm doing one of my all my favorite Elvis gospel songs.
that's cool.
And do you sing live when you're singing like Elvis, or are you like lip syncing?
Well, when I first started doing TikTok, Deke can kind of back me up on this, but when I first started doing the live streams on TikTok, I would sing with Elvis to see if I can get that voice. And then now, I mean, since there's karaoke's at Elvis on YouTube, I can just use those, practice the songs and all that stuff.
Right.
And my voice has gotten better since I started.
Right. And so like, okay, so if you could branch out with anyone, other than the obvious, who do you think you would want to branch out with? Like maybe Gabe, maybe somebody like that, like to do like some sort of like duet tribute album.
Well, if I'm doing later 70s, yes, I would do Gabe and Bill Cherry, because Bill Cherry is one of my most
Your
favorite.
dad?
Yes, everyone does say that. They'd say I look like Bill Cherry a lot. And if I was doing like the 50s, I would say one of my good friends, Hunter Cole.
Hunter, okay. I can see that.
So
And
what
if we
is
need-
your
And
Go
if we
ahead.
ever need a young ETA for your podcast, I can hook him up.
We'll talk about that because I'm not gonna do that to Gabe. Like if we do ever have another ETA, or like if we have somebody do the song for the show, it'd probably be you or Gabe. So
Yeah. So Ben, what is your favorite iteration to do of Elvis? Is it like 50s Elvis? Is it 60s Elvis? Or is it the 70s like jumpsuit Vegas Elvis?
I like the 70s in Vegas, as you can tell by my sideburns, because my
I see.
sideburns are more like the 70s. And I like wearing the jumpsuits. And I have 2 jumpsuits I wear for live streams.
And then do you think the songs from the 70s are better than from the 60s or from the 50s?
It really just depends, really. Like when they're doing songs.
yeah,
I see.
Like
What
with
is
all
your
the like with
Go
all
ahead.
the like when ETAs first start, like when Dean Z does shows, he does like the 50s first, does like the movie era, the 68, and then the 70s. Like the Vegas era.
right.
All in one show. But he takes a break in between.
I've never really seen Dean Z. So like, okay, kind of. So like he goes from 50s, 60s, 70s. So
Yes.
it's like that. So it's like 50s first, then 60s. I've seen him do the 68 comeback special.
Yes.
Like I've seen photos of that, and then he does the 70s. Okay, so he does like the jumpsuit stuff. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, he does like the 72 Elvis on tour / Las Vegas era.
Okay. I got you.
So Dean Z was supposed to or is supposed to be playing in our city here in San
He
Antonio.
already did. It was last month.
I think it was like last month. They kept announcing it on the radio, and I was like, I've heard of Dean Z, but I don't know what he is. I know who he is from like y'all or whatever. So I was like looking it up on um YouTube. Can I just be honest really quickly, because this is what the Pickles and Bacon Show Rewind is about? I don't get it. I don't see it.
Thank you. I've been saying that.
I don't see it.
Like, if you look at pictures of Bill Cherry, he looks the
Like,
closest to Elvis.
Bill Cherry does. Like, I've seen photos of Bill Cherry. Like, he truly does look like Elvis. Dean Z, I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see it. Like, there's
Dean. So Dean is like kind of like the '72 Las Vegas era of Elvis, because that's how Elvis was, where he's real skinny like that. I mean, when Bill Cherry does shows, he does like.
I'm about to look it up right now.
Yeah, because like my sister told me, or Pickles here told me, she goes, you know who he looks like? And I said, who? She goes, he looks like Jacob Elordi, who played him in the Priscilla movie. And I was like, oh, thanks. Now I don't like him even more now.
Exactly.
I will say Austin Butler, I think, did a whole lot better.
Thank you.
In my opinion. I was telling Blossom and Lindsay this, who could probably be a guest on here one day. But
Blossom's here in the chat. I don't know if she still is, but because I'm live right now on TikTok too. So hey y'all, if you're here, say hi to everyone.
Hi, TikTok.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I told Blossom and Lindsay this. I said they should have made Graceland look more official in the Priscilla movie, like they did in the Elvis movie. Because if you notice in the Elvis movie, it looks more like how when Elvis bought Graceland in the 50s. The Graceland and the Priscilla movie was like, what in the world is this? You can't have a pool table in the piano room. I'm like, that's weird. And you can't have a dining room in the living room.
Like, it is weird. It is. It's like totally weird. But like at the same time, like, I mean, Elvis could do anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, when I kept telling Deke that every time that when we were in the movie theater watching the Elvis movie, I kept saying, like, there were certain points where I'm like, oh snap, this is Austin Butler Elvis. This is not real. This is someone playing Elvis, because I was so like, I knew all the songs, I knew all the moves. Deke was telling me what was happening, or like if
I was like, oh, this song is on this album, this song is on that album.
Exactly. Yeah, he was like guiding me through everything, and then there were moments where I was just like, and then there were moments where I was like, this is as close to Elvis as I'm ever gonna get in this lifetime. Other than Lisa Marie, which rest in peace.
Yes, rest in peace. And rest in peace to one of Elvis's nurses that just passed away the other day.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yes, she passed away. I think it was like a few days ago, right?
Did I miss it?
So.
It was all over. I think it was all over Instagram. I saw Riley post it. And stupid Priscilla posted it.
Oh, okay. Well, if Priscilla posted it, I for sure missed it. I don't like that woman at all. At all.
I don't like how they said I don't like how they said they're going to try to bury her at Graceland. I'm like, one, no. Two, she's not really a Presley.
No, because here's my thing. No. Okay, I'm about to go on a tangent, y'all. Y'all just got me right.
Here we go.
Because okay, for when Lisa left, Elvis, or Priscilla left Elvis, and she took Lisa with him. You know what? Matter of fact, go watch the episode of this podcast where I was talking to Tony Ortega about Lisa Marie's book. So, it's alleged, we'll say alleged, that Priscilla found in Elvis's library the book of Dianetics from L. Ron Hubbard. Write your books, do what you gotta do, King. You gotta make that money, right? So she wanted to know more about this whole Dianetics thing, so she called her friend John Travolta. And John Travolta called his friend Spanky, I forgot what her name was, whatever. You guys can go look it up. It's on the Underground Bunker, and you can go watch the Tony Ortega video that's on this on this channel. Anyway, so she gets into Scientology. Okay, whatever. You know what? Believe what you want to believe. That's on you. My whole thing is when you actually do a deep dive through Scientology and you find out how they brainwash you and manipulate you, and you can't tell the truth from reality, I have no fucking clue about whatever Priscilla says is true or not true.
Thank
Because
you.
she's been brainwashed so damn much, she doesn't even know what the truth even is.
Thank you.
Said what I said. I will not read her book. That I would thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm gonna go back in my corner.
But
No,
yeah,
maybe bring Leanne in here because Leanne can go all the way off on this. She's here in the chat on TikTok, so I know she'll go all the way off.
oh yes.
For sure, because like Priscilla gets on my nerve, and then she's like, "Oh, I loved him so much." Okay, but ma'am, why are you over here besmirching his legacy? I don't understand this.
Thank you. Like it's always the same lies too. Like I'm like, Miss Ma'am, was
Okay.
like, if you love him, I'm like, why are you doing that? Like,
I'm about to piss a whole lot of people off because the words that are about to come out of my mouth, I just want you to take it with a grain of salt. This is my opinion. This is alleged, whatever. This is for entertainment purposes only. I am a firm believer that women lie to men. And women go in knowing exactly what they want. So you cannot tell me that Priscilla did not manipulate her parents into a relationship with Elvis. I said what I said.
she technically said that herself because she said that her parents knew about it. Number one, and she said that they let that because her father was the sergeant in his army that he let it happen. And I'm like, okay, I'm like, so why y'all coming for Elvis and you ain't coming for her parents?
'Cause money, that's why. 'Cause money. They knew that marrying Elvis and them letting him go along with it, they could get on the payroll and they get money and they shut the hell up. That's basically what it comes down to. Everybody got paid. That's what happens. Priscilla set it all up. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
Like in the Elvis movie, when Priscilla left Elvis, I got emotional with Austin Butler. Like I felt that. Like when I've had past relationships with girlfriends, that's how they left me. They were gonna be like, I'm taking whoever, blah blah blah, with me. I'm like, no.
See, it can't be me because I'd be like, bye.
Exactly.
And
be like, bye.
I'm so cold hearted now with all the stuff that I've been through, through my life. My cold heart would be like, bye.
But the scene where Gladys got real sick, that hurt my mom because my mom lost her mom at the same age Elvis was when he lost his.
Yeah, that was a sad scene. Like oh my god, like he acted that part so
because Austin Butler's mom died the same, or he was.
Oh yeah.
Also,
I remember right around the same time the movie came out, or maybe before the movie came out, I was listening to Austin Butler on a podcast. I think it was the Mark Maron podcast, and he was talking about his mom, how his mom had passed away, like during COVID, and like how he was filming the movie. And that's what made me like him even more before I saw the movie, because I heard that podcast and I was like, okay, I see you.
Yep. Yep. Anyway, Ben, so I know that you're going on your trip tomorrow. So it's to what did you say it was? It's Elvis Week, right?
No, Elvis Week is in August.
It's like a pageant thing. I mean, isn't it sort of pageantry, like a competition for the like Elvis ETA?
Yes. It's where.
Thank you for not saying impersonators, because I hate that word.
And one of the judges is actually a guy who used to sing with Elvis in 76 and 77, Mr. Larry Strickland, who was one of the bass singers for the Stamps Quartet. Not J.D. Sumner, but the other guy who would stand next to him.
Was he with Lisa? Wasn't he with Lisa on a couple of things when she did Tours of Graceland? Larry Strickland?
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
Harry Schilling still goes to Graceland and tours, like with the expensive.
Oh yeah.
tours.
I think it was Gary Schilling that I saw with who was with Lisa at the was it the Golden Globes?
Yeah, that was Jerry Schilling. One
Yeah,
of
it was
Elvis.
Jerry Schilling, right?
He was one of Elvis's security guards.
Oh yeah, see, I thought he passed away. So
He's
He
still
was
around.
young though, because when he was with Lisa, he didn't look that old.
Mm.
I mean, he was really young. He looked,
Yeah.
I mean, not young, like he looked older, but like not old.
right,
Does
Yeah.
that
you know,
make
I
sense?
got you. You know, I got
Yeah.
you. I got you.
And Elvis Week was, if we want to get into the Elvis Week stuff, I can tell a little bit about that and how fun I had.
Yeah,
Tell me
tell us
about
about this week.
Yeah, only about about yourself, Blossom, and what's her name again? Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Sorry, Lindsay. I know you're probably watching, so sorry, Lindsay.
So when I went to Elvis Week, I was an emotional wreck that week. The first night we got there, we stayed in the Airbnb right next to Graceland. So, like from the window, we'd see the house like right in front of us. And I sat there on that couch looking over at Graceland. I was like, don't get emotional, Ben. Don't get emotional. And then next you know, it hit me. And I was like, okay, Elvis, help me out here. And then he did. But during that whole week, I got to meet Miss Linda Thompson, who was one of Elvis's girlfriends in '73 after Priscilla. And during one of Bill Cherry's shows down there, which was a good show, I got to meet Miss Ginger Alden, who was the last girlfriend Elvis was engaged to before Elvis passed. And let's see, who else did I get to meet? I got to meet Lindsay down there for the first time. If you're watching, Lindsay, hello on the TikTok.
Mm-hmm. And Blossom, of course.
Well, I met Blossom before Elvis Week in Tupelo, Mississippi, with the Elvis Festival there.
And of course, we can't forget Victory and Skylar.
Yeah, I got to meet them secretly because of the crazy person that was there at Elvis Week.
Oh no, sorry, y'all. My finger just went like that. I'm not flipping her off. My finger just went like that. My fingers got a mind of their own.
But yeah, it was fun.
Catch us outside. How about that?
But yeah, during Elvis Week, it was good. During the candlelight visual, oh, that really hit me. When I got to see walking up there at night, listening to Elvis sing Unchained Melody, hit me so hard.
That was at the oh my god, at the meditation garden, right?
Yes, where everyone stands out there waiting to get into the gate.
Did you put flowers on Elvis's grave? I would have.
No, I was too emotional to get anything. But I did go during Christmas last year, and I brought Elvis a picture that I drew of him and I. If I would, I'd show.
That's cute.
I don't have the picture anymore.
Yeah,
And if I could, I would give Elvis one of my rings, but I already have a whole bunch of replicas of his.
Yeah, it's a surreal moment, I bet, isn't it?
Yes. When you're standing there looking at Elvis's name, hearing Unchained Melody play in your ears, you're like, please don't cry. Please don't cry.
Hey, Heather. Sorry, doing a podcast, though.
Yeah, Heather's in the live as well, so we're all doing everything. But Ben is telling us about when he was at Elvis Week. But did you dress up like you were Elvis when you went to Elvis Week, or not?
Yes, I did. I dressed up just like how Elvis did in 1970. That's the way it is. And his red puffy sleeve shirt, striped pants, and the black pinstripe pants and the belt. And I had
That's
a
cool.
lot of jewelry on.
That is so cool.
And I'll be wearing that this weekend with my big old new TCB ring.
Yeah, because you're doing the red shirt one, right? From I think that's the way it is, right?
Yep.
So, do you have what songs you're gonna sing, or do you have like a list of like 10 to 15 songs that you always do, and do you change them up all the time?
So mostly when I go live on TikTok, it really just depends on what jumpsuit I'm wearing. Like, say if I'm wearing the Aloha jumpsuit, which is I have a replica of, and I have the exact belt from that show. I usually do songs from there, or if I'm wearing the rehearsal outfit, I do like Las Vegas songs. And if it's like the red Cisco Kid, or as Geek likes to call it, the Burning Love suit, because that's what it looks like. I usually do like 1972 stuff. Or it really just depends.
Well, Gabe is mad at me because one of the suits that he made, which is supposed to be a tribute to Elvis, it's the La Bamba suit. He stole it from
Is.
he stole it from La Bamba, and he's pissed off
It
at me because I called him off
is.
on it because they called him out on it. I'm like, sir.
It looks like Richie Valens.
Okay,
It looks just like La Bamba.
Okay, because I told him that, and he goes, "Well, it's supposed to be the Elvis suit." I'm like, "Sir, get your eyes checked."
It looks just like the Richie Valens, what Lou Diamond Phillips wore in La Bamba. It does, and it's the exact same thing. And I was like, I can even tell you what part of the movie that is.
Yeah, it's the scene. It's the scene where they're at the surf ballroom. Like legit, it's like the legit. Like literally, if you look at the photo from La Bamba where he's at the surf ballroom where he's wearing that, that's the exact same suit. I'm like, Gabe, you ain't fooling no one. Who is you fooling, sir?
Exactly.
Not this one. You may have all the other Elvis fans too, sir. You may fool the rest of this world, but you know that I know.
But Ben, did you ever consider like doing other like cosplaying as other artists that you might like, or is it just specifically Elvis?
So before I wanted to do Elvis, I wanted to kind of do a tribute to Austin Powers because it's one of my most favorite movies.
Oh yeah, you have the head for it.
I don't have the exact hair, but if I could, I would wear the glasses.
You can make it look like that for sure.
Oh, groovy, baby. Yeah.
That's funny.
I'm trying to get Gabe to come into the live because I'm literally sitting here talking crap about him and he just jumped in. So, Gabe,
he just jumped in.
So Gabe, if you're still here in the chat, come and cuss my ass out because I'm talking mad shit.
Actually, Gabe, I'm gonna send you. Do you want to jump in on the Zoom thing with us? Do you mind if I bring Gabe in?
If he wants to come in, yeah, I
don't mind.
Okay, so you guys hang tight. I'm gonna see if I still have his email and give me just a second and I'll invite him to the Zoom.
Okay, Gabe, we're gonna invite you in to the Zoom so you can come and talk shit with us. Because
okay,
I'm
hold on
literally talking crap on you, sir. So
Alright. Let me see if I still have his thing. Gabe, yes. Okay. Give me a sec. Will I get this started? All right, hold on. Okay, I'm going to put you guys on a brief hold. I'll be right. Okay, well, never mind then. Well, he can't tonight, but like seriously. Does Leanne ask Leanne if she wants to come in? We can invite somebody from the live. Who wants to come in? Leanne, Heather, do you guys want to come in?
If Heather wants to come in, she can come in. Leanne says that she wants her parents to be bigger because I want to do a whole Godfather thing with her. So
okay, well, we'll do the Godfather. It's on the list.
She needs her own theme music. Leanne legit needs her own theme music.
Leanne, I have never seen The Godfather, but I'm gonna take one for the team and I will watch it with you. Because I've never seen it. And I don't know if I'm gonna like it. But I'll watch it just to do it for the podcast. Anyways, so what were we talking about?
Are we recording? Are we back recording?
We're back recording. We're back recording.
Okay, well, we were talking about ETAs. We were talking about Gabe. We were talking mad crap on Gabe about his Richie Valens suit, which he claims is the La Bamba suit. He's still here in the live, y'all. So I'm gonna be talking shit.
It is a La Bamba suit. Ben, when you travel, like, are you booked through an agent or like, do you find these bookings yourself?
Well, I don't do shows in person yet. I mostly just do it on TikTok now because, as Deke knows, I'm nervous to sing in front of people.
Yeah, he is. He is. Sorry, I'm reading the comment that Leanne made. I'm laughing. It's a joke that we all have together, and I will explain it later. But I'm dying laughing.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So but like okay, you do this through TikTok, right? And
Yes.
then so would you consider like going out on a tour, like if somebody invited you to like open for them?
I mean, I would. It's just I've never sung in front of people before. I mean, for my birthday, I think last year, no, 2 years ago, I did a small show at my birthday. Like I did Elvis for my family, and that was the only people I did it for because I was just nervous to sing in front of people.
Natalie.
And I did it for my girlfriend too.
Okay. Okay. That's cool. Like okay, I asked this to Gabe, but I want your opinion. Do
Mhm.
you think that or would you ever consider dressing up as doing your ETA for Elvis for like a drag show?
Maybe. I mean, if they wanted me, sure.
I think there's a huge niche. I think if you like did maybe open mic night or like went to one of those, I think you and Gabe would do really really good because there are people out there that like to see something different or whatever. And
Yeah.
no offense, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but ETAs and like tribute artists or whatever, I mean, that technically is drag.
Mhm.
I mean, you can fight me on it, but technically it is.
That is true.
Yeah. Anyway, but with that being said, y'all, we could go all night with this, like seriously. And so back to what I was saying. So like, what other jumpsuits do you want to get, like other than the ones that you already have?
I really want to get the Burning Love suit with the gold belt that Elvis would wear with it.
That's cool.
And if I and for
Go ahead.
jewelry, oh boy, for jewelry, like if I got more jewelry from Lil Hayes, which I'll probably do that at Elvis Week, depends on how much money I have. If I got any, let's see, I already have the famous TCB ring, which I don't have it on. I wish I put it on. But if I had any piece of Elvis jewelry, oh boy, I might have to get back on that. But for a jumpsuit, if I picked any other jumpsuit, oh boy, it would be the
Show
peacock.
it to us.
It would be the peacock suit.
Yeah, show us the suit or like the rings and like the stuff that you have because I know that everyone sees us talking about it and they'll be like, well, show it because I know I want to see it. So like show me the TCB ring and show us like your favorite costume.
Okay, I might have to.
Suit.
You're
Should I
fine.
say suit?
You're fine.
Okay.
If Ben has to get up for a second, it's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. We're not gonna rush you.
We're
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Let me see if I can carry this thing with me. Oh,
Careful.
without hitting my leg on the chair.
Okay, now this is the part of the show where I will give the tour. Ben is walking upstairs, y'all. He is walking up the stairs. In just a moment, if you look to your left, you will see a cardboard cutout of Elvis Presley just behind him. There it is.
Yeah, don't mind that.
And then we are in his room where you will see a whole bunch of Elvis stuff on the wall, pictures and random plates on the wall. Now, if you look in the far background, right there, you'll see Austin Butler. Y'all see him? Y'all see Austin Butler back there? Say hi, Austin. What's up? Sorry,
Here is my.
That was the best narration I've ever seen in my life. Awesome.
I bet you that thing is heavy too, right?
Okay, yeah. I gotta ask, is it real or is it like cubic zirconian?
It's gold plated by Lil Hayes, the guy who used to make all these jewelry for Elvis.
Oh, nice. So
it does cost a pretty penny, even though it's like gold plated, it still costs a pretty penny.
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
Especially for the. Oops.
There it is, the TCB necklace.
Yes. Now, didn't Elvis also have that in a ring?
Yeah, the ring that Ben has, that is the one that Elvis used to wear.
So isn't that the one that was in the movie, like at the end?
He's wearing it at the end when he's playing the piano and he's singing Unchained Melody. He has it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he also has
Nice.
it in the living room scene where he's holding Lisa Marie. I think he has it there too, which I think the timeline's off there because that was like 70. He didn't get that to like 72, 73.
Speaking of 72, here's a necklace he wore in 72.
I love that.
Nice. That's nice. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Let's see. Here's one of the famous bracelets Elvis used to wear on stage.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
Nugget gold, too.
That's boss.
Nice.
I'll be wearing that tomorrow. Let's see. Oh,
There it is.
Yes, it's Stitch. Does he play the song?
nope.
Oh, that'd be so much better. I swear they better have him in the costume doing that because I will be so upset. That's literally
And then,
part of
course, the
Lilo
end
and
at
Stitch.
Graceland.
And the end at Graceland.
They do sell those at Graceland, those stitches.
That's cool.
Nice.
If you don't want to get your own Elvis jewelry, go to elvisjeweler.com. That's his info right here.
Nice. All right, you guys, you saw it there. That'll be the
Hold
screen
it,
cap.
hold it a little longer, so just in case anybody wants to see it again, they hold it. There it is, right there, y'all. Take a picture, write it down, screenshot it if you need to. If you want to get Elvis jewelry, you go right there.
They have a phone number. They have the email. They have the website. Y'all are set. Oh, and look, there's a brochure. It's a catalog.
Did she just say the brochure?
I said a brochure. Pamphlet, a leaflet, a catalog, booklet. I got all the words.
There's the TCB ring
Nice.
right there. It's
And
right there.
are these official? Like you can find these categorized in Graceland?
They're not sold through Graceland. I think it's only through Larry. What's the name?
No, you can buy them at Graceland.
Oh, okay.
You can buy them from Lowell Hayes himself, the guy who made all these.
No, but I mean, like, are they like official? Like, you know, you could,
License.
yeah, like not licensed, but like you could see the actual ones at Graceland.
If you do the big expensive tour, you could actually hold Elvis's real TCB.
Y'all don't want me to hold it because it, oops, accidentally might end up in my.
If you steal a damn thing,
You're gonna be
doing 10 to life in jail because somebody broke the damn thing.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
Originally, somebody broke the damn thing and is sitting in jail right now. So
Speaking of TCB ring, if anyone needs one size 13, I'm selling it. I'm selling this one, not
Nice.
this one.
I only have that thing as a collector's item. I would not wear it.
For sure, for sure.
This doesn't even fit
And
on my finger.
is that the same kind that you're wearing on the other hand?
It's the
Yeah.
same thing. It's just like a few sizes bigger.
Oh, okay, I see. I see. It's gold plated too.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like how his camera's zooming in as he walks away.
I don't know how it's doing that. I was like, why is it following my head?
It's
Now we
trying
go
to
to-
focus on you.
Now we go to the
Okay, now back to the
back to
guided
our
tour. Ben is turning his lights off where his Chuck E. Cheese sign is. He's walking back down the stairs. You will see his dressing room door. It has stars of Elvis Presley on
I was
it.
gonna show my jumpsuit.
And then now we are going to see the jumpsuit. He's walking to the closet. Give him just a second, y'all.
Let's set that right there for a second. I didn't want to set you on a guitar and drop it.
No, because we'd be like, oh, psh. Here comes the jumpsuit, y'all. Okay, dun dun.
This is the
Dun
original belt.
dun.
This
Dun
is the
dun.
replica of the belt that Elvis wore in Hawaii. Ooh, the camera's even focusing.
Pickles, you're muted.
I know I'm muted. I turned the thing off.
But this belt is heavy on my waist. Whoops. Easy.
Don't break anything.
Yeah. I don't want that happening.
The white boots.
Yep.
Nice.
The same
White
exact-
boots.
The same exact boots Elvis would wear on stage.
Are they the same size as his, or are they smaller?
Oh no! Elvis had bigger feet than me. He was a size 14 in men's.
God damn.
No wonder why his rings were so big too. I was like, geez. And if I ever did 50s, you can't step on my blue suede shoes.
Nice. Those are cool. Those are really cool.
Which jumpsuit should I show them, D? The good
All
one
of them.
or the good one?
All of them.
Let me turn that way. There it is.
If you're trying to do asthma, you have to be like, this is the white jumpsuit with the eagle on it and all the sparkly diamonds. And there's the eagle.
And that has been the asthma portion of this program.
And that has been the ASMR version.
It's asthma. I'm sorry. Since Moonshine said that, that's all I'm gonna say now. And
Exactly.
Moonshine, I'm coming for you because you said that. Now I've been saying it. So
Same.
sir,
Here's
there it
the-
is. There's the red suit.
Nice.
This one, but it doesn't fit me.
Yeah.
I see.
Let's see. Oh, I forgot to show the other part of the eagle suit. The best part. The
Yes,
cape.
indeed. Yes, indeed.
And here's the ASMR cape. It is time.
It's asthma, not ASMR. It's asthma.
It's asthma. It is asthma.
I mean, that's how it's spelled. Like literally.
Asthma. Now we head back downstairs.
And we go back to the table.
Yes.
There's the cardboard cutout again, y'all.
Elvis stuff in there, but I'm not gonna walk in there because I don't want to carry an iPad to the bathroom. That's creepy.
Yeah, it is.
Sit. Stay.
So what time are you leaving for your trip tomorrow?
I have no idea. My mom has to sleep for a little bit tomorrow. She's working tonight.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's why it's quiet in this house.
Okay. Let me go down there. I can make a whole bunch of noise.
I don't know. Not next to my Elvis Christmas tree I still have up, which is creepy. I don't think it's creepy that much, but yeah, look at that.
That's cool though. I like seriously.
Still have it up. The camera's looking for my face. It's like, where is Ben's face?
There it is. I love that necklace though. Anyway, so I guess that's it. That concludes the tour of Ben's room and his jumpsuits.
Nice.
Anyway, so back to the Wiggles. So like what would you say your favorite Wiggles song was, if any, if you have one at all? Just like throw one out.
Oh boy. That one.
Is it a tough one?
Yes. It's kind of like when someone asks me my favorite Elvis song. I'm like, I don't know.
I mean, do I have to choose just one?
Sure.
I mean, do I have to choose just one? Because like everybody already knows like my top 5 favorite Elvis songs. And they're obscure ones too that nobody's heard of, like Sweet Angeline, Suspicious Minds is probably one of the only ones that they know. Mama Like the Roses, From a Jack to a King.
Sorry. I wanted to get that backing vocal out of me.
Pickles, anything else you want to add? You're muted, Pickles. Pickles, Earth to Pickles.
I'm here. I'm here. So the only other thing that I wanted to add about the Elvis and the Wiggles thing was like I think it's a very interesting pairing, but other than that, I don't have anything else. I think I'm good.
I think that's it. Ben, you did amazing. I think we're gonna end this, call it a night, because I know you gotta rest for your trip tomorrow, which have fun, have a safe trip. And tell your
Yep.
mom hello for us.
Yeah.
Yep. And keep an eye on my TikTok also, because I'll be doing lots of live streams.
Yes, we will keep
Sorry, I'm being
both
stupid.
eyes on it like this.
I love
Oh
that
wait,
phone
how do
case
I do
though.
it? That's nice. Oh my god, did you get that at Graceland?
I got it for Christmas from Redbubble.
Nice.
Link in description.
Nice.
And then there's my background. Stop showing.
Awesome.
Show the Elvis. This camera wants to follow me everywhere.
That's nice. All right, you guys. Well, this has been another episode of the Pickles and Bacon Show Rewind. We have coming up, we're going to watch Bye Bye Birdie with Heather. We're going to talk about that on Sunday. And
We also
then
got 2 more episodes coming out where we're gonna talk about Harlem Night, the Eddie Murphy movie, and The Bodyguard, the Whitney Houston movie. So stay tuned for those.
they should hopefully be out by Sunday. They may all drop at the same time, but other than that, it's been really fun, and we will see you guys later.
And if
Bye.
you don't already do so, please follow Pickles and Ben over on the TikTok. We will link the pages down below. So anyway, y'all, thank you. Have a good night. Peace and love to you.
I'll send you Deke my YouTube channel if they want to subscribe.
Okay, yeah,
Okay,
cool.
Cool. We'll all subscribe, but yeah, we'll see you guys later. Bye.
And we will send Ben this video too, so he can post this on his YouTube.
Mhm.
Okay, so good night, y'all.
Bye.
Peace, love, and hair grease.